have like 10 minutes of fucking Zoloft jokes. Good looking crowd tonight. How y'all doing? Woo! There we go. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I'm getting married in 2 months. Woo! Yeah. Applaud the institution. I'm getting married on a Monday, which is unusual, but I'm doing it for 2 reasons. And the first is that it's 5 years to the day from our first date. Aww. And I am a goddamn romantic. That's right. The second reason, and this might be more important, is I did not want to remember more than one date. 5 years is a long time to be in a relationship, though. And I've started to realize something lately. I've started to realize when my fiance is manipulating me using flattery and sex. And the other thing that I figured out 5 years in is that it almost always works because I'm getting flattery and sex, which is nice. I'm happy to be getting married because it's a fucking crazy world out there for single people. Like, you can turn on the news over the past, I don't know, year. And I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. The worst date I've ever been on was, it was in Livingston Parish. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't judge me. Everybody here has gone looking for love in all the wrong places. So I go out there and I drive past where you can hear the banjos. And I'm pulling into her neighborhood, and my phone goes off. And I get a text message, and it says simply this: "Don't come yet, it's not safe." Imagine how I felt. So I'm sitting in the road in my truck, debating the possibility of getting laid versus the possibility of getting shot. 6 of 1. So a couple minutes later, I get another text. "You can come now, it's safe." This does not help. But I roll up, she gets in the vehicle. I have to find out what's going on. So I say, "What's up?" There's subtext to that question. Turns out, her mom and stepfather, who she lives with, didn't want her to go out on a date. This woman is 27 years old. So I've got a pretty strict 3 strikes policy on a first date. That text, strike 1. Living at home with your mom and dad at 27, that's strike 2. Usually at strike 2, I'm working on an exit strategy. Just in case strike 3 rolls around. In this case, I was also thinking that she just told me her parents didn't want to go on a date, want her to go on a date. Yet she's on a date with me right now. I'm about 100% certain her parents don't want her to have sex with me. So I'm hoping a pattern develops. So we get to the restaurant, and in addition to being a goddamn romantic, I am also a goddamn gentleman. Ooh. So I will normally pick up the tab on a first date. We sit down, and she proceeds to order not 1, not 2, but 3 appetizers and a steak the size of a goddamn dinner plate. This was the biggest steak I've ever seen that wasn't still physically attached to the cow. So the food comes out, and I'm trying real hard to make conversation. Getting a whole lot of and yep. Now, I'm the kind of guy, if I can't hold a basic conversation with you, probably not gonna want to sleep with you. I know that makes me weird among men. But I can't get anything out of her. So the food comes out, she's eating, going to town, and as she's mopping up the last of an appetizer with a heel of bread, I say, jokingly, "You might want to save some room for that steak." And she says the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. "Oh, don't worry, I'll finish it all. After all, I'm eating for 2. Ooh. That one was strike 3. Oh. That's my time, guys. Thank y'all very much.